Each May, National Foster Care Awareness Month provides an opportunity to raise awareness about what foster parents do and why they're needed here in Florida. According to statistics from the Florida Department of Children and Families, March 2012, there are almost 20,000 children in out-of-home care in Florida. Thanks to many advocates, child welfare professionals, elected officials, and support groups around the country, the total number of children in foster care has decreased over recent years, but more help is needed. Here to shed more light on the foster care system is Jim Clark, licensed social worker and president and CEO of Daniel. That's Florida's oldest child service agency. Jim, good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Happy Mother's Day. This is a great topic, as we were saying, for Mother's Day.
For Mother's Day, it's absolutely
Everybody's celebrating parents out there.
That's right, and that's really what it's all about. And May is National Awareness Day for foster care, and it's appropriate because of Mother's Day, because that's what a lot of these kids need. They need temporary housing situations, or for someone to give them nurturing and for someone to love them, and that's really what it's all about. And we're trying to let the world know right now that there are over 500,000 kids in this country that are placed outside of their home because of typically neglect and drug issues. And then here locally, in the last 7 months, we've had about almost 1,600 kids have been identified as being neglected and had to have some intervention. And as you know, Daniel has about 400 of those kids, and we're always trying to look for people who are interested in being foster parents.
I know the need's always out there, but how would you qualify it? Is it a desperate need for foster parents, or is it a pretty healthy?
It really is. As I mentioned, we had about 1,500 kids in the last 7 months who had to be placed outside of their home or had some kind of intervention. And it's all ages, it's all races, and it's a sign of the times in some way, because what we are also seeing right now is a lot of drug abuse, a lot of neglect due to that drug abuse type of issues. And children can be, as infants, going into the system because of the fact that the mother may have drugs in her system, or it could be teenagers. And of course, as I mentioned to you, most of the kids in foster care that we really have the greatest need is for teenagers.
I know you wanted to focus on that, the older kids. You tend to think of the little guys, the little boys and girls, but really the teenagers too.
Teenagers is really tough because they're going to age out. And when you age out, that means you turn the age of 18. And can you imagine not having that support or having somebody back there to help you out? Now, there's two significant programs in town, one by Youth Crisis Center, which is Touchstone Village, and they help a lot of those transitional kids. Daniel has Project Prepare. We help a lot of those transitional kids, but we're often looking for people who want to assist temporarily or long term for these kids.
So let's talk about what it takes. What does it take?
It's really only 5 things. I tell people, number one, you have to have a home that's stable and you're willing to nurture a kid, willing to give of yourself. The second thing that you have to be able to do is to make sure that there's some kind of income. You don't want to place a child in a situation where people are trying to capitalize on their per diem rate that they're going to get. The other thing that you have to be willing to do is to have some background checks. That is an invasion to some degree, but people are going to get into your lives, and you have to have some kind of reliable means of transportation. And the last thing is you have to complete a 30-hour coursework, which really helps you prepare to deal with these type of children and the kind of issues that might come about.
Is it expensive?
It's not expensive at all. In fact, the state's going to pay you to do that. So no, and we tell people, don't get into this to make money. Get in this to change a life.
Okay. Jim, good stuff. Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
For more information on foster programs, visit danielkids.org or newsforjax.com.